Whoa, 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 whoa. And the fact that you edited this video and put it out is kind of insulting. Good Lord. All right, now I'm upset. Now I'm mad. All right, baby. All right, baby. Let's kill this shit, all right? Today, I'm going to be watching, reacting, and reviewing other content creators who have made my recipes and tried them out. We got 4 of my recipes up for review today. I'm gonna watch these videos, give my honest feedback on the channel, if they did anything wrong, what I think, and we're gonna have a little fun, man. And I need you guys' help with something. I'm hiring an editor to help me put out more content, right? More content like this. So you guys, after you watch this video, you need to comment down below and let me know or let him know what you think of his editing style, what you think of this video, right? Without further ado, let's get started. First channel I'll be reacting to is Exercise for Cheat Meals. He made my Chicago deep dish pizza, one of my favorite pizza recipes. So unless he screwed it up, there's no way he's not gonna like this one. So let's go.
Remington, Remington, Remington.
Sounds like how my mom would come into my room when I was a kid. Remington, Remington, Remington. You put the cat in the hot tub again?
Really, honestly though, people in Chicago, we really don't eat deep dish very much. Maybe like once a year, twice a year.
Probably a good thing you don't eat deep dish pizza too often. Super high in calories. It's gonna make you fat, bud. It's gonna contribute to the obesity epidemic that we currently face as a nation. But I'm hoping through these recipes we help reverse that number and bring it down one anabolic meal at a time.
Love it. And bonus, I'm making a homemade sauce along with the sauce he uses, and I'm going to do a blind taste test of the two and tell you which one is better. And then maybe Remington can pull this one into his book and say, okay, this is how you should make your sauce instead of this. I might be just upgrading a little bit.
Hey, feel free to upgrade and add whatever you want to my recipes, man. There's no rules in this kitchen. Just make sure you're tracking your calories and you're hitting your protein goal. That's it, man. That's it.
I'm adding water a little bit at a time and things are going a-okay. All of a sudden though, my food processor decides to stop working. At this point, I'm flustered and I'm putting in water way too fast and I mess the dough up because the only way to fix it is to add more flour. That it didn't look too good, and an hour and a half later I take it out. Nope, not good at all. Didn't rise whatsoever.
So he's making his pizza dough and it didn't rise. Now I have made this dough more times than I can count, and while it can be tricky sometimes dialing in the exact amount of water, the exact amount of flour, I give the exact measurements in my cookbook and in the video. So if it didn't rise, I would assume there was no yeast in there, but I'm not sure, bud. So he ends up making his own dough, and to me it looks like a ton of flour. That's a lot of flour. And the more flour you have, the more crust you have, the more calories it's gonna have. So with that, I try to find the balance so we're not having too much crust, if you know what I'm saying.
In the morning, this big bowl is obviously the one I made, and then the other one is just the BS one that sits on the shelf. And the one that I'm making is actually a little bit more calories, but not that much more to the point where I wouldn't consider using it when it's literally homemade. I mean, it definitely tastes like the oregano or the basil. Like, it's passable. Instant taste of garlic, instant chunk of tomato, and instantly it tastes way better.
So he actually made his own homemade pizza sauce, and he says that it's got a few more calories in it, but he doesn't mind, you know, those calories. He can make them work and sub them in, which I'm totally cool with. Like I said, flexibility is the key to this diet, man. You can switch things in and out, no rules. But I'm not sure if it's worth my time to sit and make a homemade sauce that's gonna be higher in calories, and I gotta do that whole extra step on top of all the other steps of this recipe. I try to keep things simple. I try to make it ingredients to where, like, if you were to get my cookbook and you go to the store, it's pretty simple.
All right, first pizza is ready, absolutely amped, 100% to a T based on Remington's recommendations. Besides the fact is I have a smaller sheet cake pan pizza making thing, so I was able to make actual deep dish pizza, and I just had an amazing cheese pull.
So he pulled out that pizza, and my God, is she looking gorgeous. Thick. 2 C's on that, slap them on. My only concern that I see when I'm looking at this is that the crust is so high. Now he said he used a smaller pan, so he was able to get the crust up the edges more, but I mean, we've seen that flour. So much flour, they get you a life sentence in the 70s if you were caught with it. Like, crust is good, but I've never known anybody, myself included, went to a pizza joint and said, hey, let me get a pepperoni pizza, but I want no pepperoni, no cheese, no sauce. Sir, you just want crust? Yes, I came for crust. But his does look beautiful, I'll give him that. So here's the moment of truth. Let's see how it actually stacks up.
Let's try it. Yes. I don't even feel like I have to say anything.
And bingo. He loves it, but he says he can't tell a difference between the anabolic one and the regular one, and that it's really good.
Remington is just steady putting out bangers.
It may not be a 10 out of 10 compared to like if you went to a famous Chicago pizza place and got that pizza. Unless you have them side by side and you're literally just like with a microscope checking them out, it's gonna be delicious. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be anabolic. It's gonna be build muscle, and you're not giving up the foods you love, man. Craving killers. So I appreciate the review, man. Good work. I'm excited to see more content from you. And yeah, anybody interested in checking this dude's channel out, it's a good channel. Make sure you subscribe. On to video 2. Jason Alexander Kim, and he's reviewing my anabolic pumpkin pie recipe. It's about that time, baby. Pumpkin pies are everywhere. There's pumpkin spice in the lattes, and the shirts are orange now. You're starting to see orange shirts. Turkeys in the front yard, bud. 'Tis the season.
So listen, I promise I'll be gentle, but you are gonna taste absolutely amazing after this. Trust me. Hey, yo, my type, White Cloud. What? Just want to have some cream with my pie.
First thing I want to say is this guy kind of reminds me of the type of guy that you would want to date your sister, right? My mom even. This guy could date my mom.
So in terms of the next step, we're gonna go ahead and take our graham cracker and the maple syrup mix and then throw it into our cake tray. Now, just as a reminder, guys, make sure to hit this with some non-stick spray because otherwise that cheesecake ain't coming out.
Crucial component. Don't forget the non-stick spray. I actually had an email the other day from some lady, and she was mad at me in this email, and she tried to make the pancakes. She sent a picture. She's like, I tried your recipe and it didn't work out. And I'm like, well, if you did it right, it should have, but let me look. And I'm looking at the thing. She didn't use non-stick spray on her pan, and it's just all messed up. And I'm like, don't forget the spray. So he's doing the Lord's work here and reminding y'all.
So in terms of total calories for this entire pumpkin pie cheesecake is 1,457 calories, 21 grams of fat, 130 grams of protein, and 187 grams of carbs. So now just the fact that this entire pumpkin pie cheesecake has 21 grams of fat is pretty freaking awesome.
And this guy gets real technical. He's listing all the macros. He's tracking the ingredients, which in a channel like this that's making these types of recipes, you love to see that, man. You want to know what you're putting in your body.
Cheesecakes that you pick up at the restaurant, at the grocery store, or even homemade cheesecakes tend to have way more fat than that in just one slice.
Oh, and I love that, man. He breaks down the amount of fat in a traditional slice, just one slice of pumpkin pie. And obviously, man, my whole pumpkin pie has right around the exact same amount of fat as one slice, right? So that's what we're doing here, right? You eat a whole regular pumpkin pie, that's gonna set you back for a week. You eat the anabolic pumpkin pie, hey, bud, you can eat that and then some more. Real talk, I've done it.
Here's a mid cut. You can tell definitely on the outside things have gotten a little more firm, but as you get into the center, definitely could have probably used a little bit more additional cooking time.
So he's feeling the texture of it and he's commenting that he thinks the middle could have used more cooking time, but I'm telling you, when we're using some of these ingredients, the cooking time is crucial, right? This isn't something that you want to overcook because you're gonna ruin the entire pumpkin pie. If I told you how many Oreo cheesecakes I had to make to get that right, you wouldn't even believe it. And so trust me, when I give you a cooking time, to me, that was like the 5th, 6th attempt at it. Because if you overcook this thing and it gets too dry, it's not gonna be good. Oh, and look at that thing, man. It is beautiful.
Time to dig in. Cheers, boys. All right, that's pretty solid. Holy smokes. So the portion that was slightly undercooked tasted absolutely amazing.
And bingo. He loves it. It's gonna crush cravings. It's high in protein. It was an 8 out of 10 on his anabolic meter. Appreciate the review, big dog. If you guys want to check out more of his content, I like this channel too. Yeah, check him out, Jason Alexander Kim. He's got lots of good stuff on there. You're gonna love it. Whew. And before we get to the next recipe, I need to get my greens in for the day, baby. All these anabolic recipes, but there's nothing green in them. Not that I think you need it, but I think this can go a long way in helping. Final Boss Performance.com. Code RJ10 saves you 10% off. Scoop of greens a day keeps that doctor away. Oh, and I got green powder everywhere. Luckily, these Final Boss Athletics joggers, they're great to just wipe your hands on, bud. Next up, we will be reviewing Soosh, making my anabolic Oreo McFlurry and trying it out. Soosh is an up-and-coming YouTuber, and I mean, I'll just show you, man. Let's get into this.
Yo, rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
Any video that starts with a lizard, I'm down for, bud. The vibes on this video are 11 out of 10 off rip.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna go to Walmart and I'm gonna get some freaking ingredients for a McFlurry because I've been seeing the recipe on Remington James. Check him out, whatever.
And also, you know, it's gonna be good when I'm mentioned within the first 30 seconds. So this is more of a vlog for the first part, but I'm gonna stop for a second and comment on his physique, man. For this kid being young and he's in here killing it like this and he looks like that, he's obviously been eating anabolic, hitting the gym hard, and doing a ton of dabs, baby.
We've got literally all the ingredients we need from Remington James's recipe. So there's literally like no chance I it up unless it's because of the blender. Because I don't have a Ninja blender, I'm using some industrial, insane blender.
All right, mistake number one, bud. You need a Ninja blender for this to work. You need a powerful blender. That little industrial sucker that you picked up out of someone's trash pile outside of their house probably isn't gonna work for this.
Switching up the camera angles a bit, boys, because like we got this high budget cooking show.
You're telling me I'm not watching this on the Food Network? This was so high quality that I thought I was watching this on television. I thought this was programming. I was waiting for the commercial to pop up, bud.
Okay, so yeah, it definitely needs a lot more time.
And just as I thought, that blender ain't doing the trick. This isn't gonna work as intended. Pay attention to how small the blizzard is, right? This video, right, in my McFlurries, my blizzards, whatever, the goal of these is to have a huge, voluminous thing of ice cream. That way when you're eating it, you're gonna, because like the thing is, the first half's amazing, second half's still good, but you're so full afterwards that you don't wanna eat more. That's the thing, the anabolic diet, the anabolic recipes, the goal is to keep yourself full. Kind of like comparing a regular blizzard. If you get the extra large one, 1,500 calories, lots of fat, no protein, right? You're getting yay big. Then when you make like an anabolic Oreo McFlurry, the right way with the right blender, you're gonna get that much, you know what I mean? It's a monster, that's a monster.
That's what she said.
Compared to, you know, so you're just getting a lot more for a lot less with a lot more protein. Does that make sense? So yeah, it's definitely a little too small.
That's what she said.
First thoughts as I get this all out, I should have used more ice, but there was no more ice in my machine, so, but more ice would be better for sure.
The more ice you put in these, the bigger they're gonna get. And if you want a super big one, more ice. If you want smaller, more thick, less ice. And now the taste test. Let's see how she goes, bud.
433 calories down the gullet. That's smack.
Even though it did not turn out the way it was supposed to, he loved it. It was great. Now, personally, I would have a problem with eating that many calories for that little of a thing. But shout out to Soosh, man. Appreciate the shout out. Great channel, man. Subscribe to this kid. He's got a bright future, man. These videos are entertaining, to say the least. They are entertaining, and any video that starts with a lizard is gonna get an A+ in my book, man. Subscribe. And the final video we'll be reacting to is from It's James Edwards, and he is reviewing my anabolic peanut butter cookies. So let's hop into this and see how she goes.
Guys, I am feeling fantastic. I just finished a gym session. Upper body, crazy pump, feeling lean.
First off, big props on filming the video shirtless. You got a nice physique. You're lean, so you've been doing something right, bud. Big props on the shirtless video intro. I like that.
Guys, let's head into this video because I am starving. Remember, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe.
And I'm gonna take a moment to tell you guys, if you follow any smaller creators, the one thing you can do to help so many people out is hit that subscribe button, man. The more subscribers you have on YouTube, it recommends your videos to more people, and it really helps, especially these like smaller creators, right? We're in a market that is super oversaturated right now. There's one thing you can do for any of these videos that we're watching today, or for anybody you support, is subscribe, because it requires almost no action on your part, just to, you know what I mean? We can all do that. And I'm gonna point out that his ingredient listing looks very similar to mine. The red background, the white, I'm just saying, there's a similarity there.
Now we're just gonna be adding 31 grams of protein. I had this peanut popcorn from my protein.
Looks like he's using a protein that is like salted popcorn, is what that looks like. And I always say, the better tasting your protein is, the better the recipe's gonna be. So that's why I usually stick to my few key staples, obviously that final boss, but my other go-to is Optimum Nutrition that I'll use. But as long as your protein tastes good, man, you don't really gotta worry about it.
So his recipe calls for 21 grams of sugar-free honey. I don't have honey. I'm not gonna go to the store and get that right now. So I have Miss Buttersworth sugar-free syrup. It should be pretty good. I mean, this is thick and rich, just like the honey.
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, don't tell me that you're making my recipe and you don't have any ingredients, you're just gonna sub something in. Don't tell me that we're about to go down this road. Don't you freaking tell me. This is not gonna turn out right if you don't use sugar-free honey. It is not going to work.
Like I said, the batter's pretty good. It's all right, but hopefully these cookies live up to my expectation, like I said.
Yeah, the batter doesn't taste that good because you missed the most crucial ingredient in this freaking recipe. Once again, I make so many versions of these, it's not even funny, before I'm confident in one that's gonna hit the channel. If you use sugar-free syrup in place of the honey, you're gonna lose a ton of moisture. You're gonna lose a lot of the overall flavor and the sweetness. That's where a lot of that sweetness is coming from. That's what gives them their look in the end. The sugar-free honey is the most crucial ingredient. What are you doing? Look at those. They look nothing like the ones I made. They almost look burnt. Good Lord. All right, now I'm upset. Now I'm mad.
But let me just try it out. Honestly, it's too dry. I can't do this. Like, there's the middle. Yeah, I already needed like a glass of water or just like some milk or something, because man, Remington, I am sorry you didn't pass my cookie test.
Yeah, of course you don't like them, because you didn't make my recipe right. You literally just subbed an ingredient out willy-nilly like it doesn't matter. Like you're taking my work and you're just throwing stuff in and out of it and you're like, oh, well, this didn't turn out good. I don't like it, man. If you want a YouTube channel where people are gonna respect your opinion, how about you respect other people's work? If you're gonna review my recipe, make the thing right. You obviously copy my ingredient listings. Your Instagram username has the "it's" in front of it just like mine. The B-roll looks awfully similar. You're good at emulating all of that, but the one job you had was to just make my recipe how I lay it out, and you can't even do that? Yeah, that's an F, bud. I did an F. F. Failure. And the fact that you edited this video and put it out is kind of insulting, if I'm being honest. But I put so much time and passion into making sure these recipes are great. Follow my instructions. If you want these to turn out right, follow my instructions. I write them for a reason. But apparently, though, you can go around reviewing stuff without even having it.
Like, I followed all the ingredients except for the honey. That really shouldn't make or break it.
Yeah, it follows all my ingredients except for the honey, but it shouldn't make that much of a difference. Don't you ever review one of my recipes and make it wrong and then get on here and disrespect my name. Don't you ever do that. That is so unprofessional. All right, I've calmed down a little bit, man. I'm not mad. I forgive you. You've made a few of my other recipes and you seem to enjoy them. All that I ask is if you're trying to make it on this platform and you want to be respected by your peers and you want to, people that you could potentially be collaborating with and people that, you know, maybe you watch me, maybe like my content, I don't know. Subscribe to this guy if you want to see my recipes made wrong and then given bad ratings, because he's good at that. Hopefully after this video though, he gets a little better. But wasn't that fun? That was just a fun time, man. I'm sweaty now. That was the end of that video. I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Smash that thumbs up button for me. Comment anything down below. And as always, man, RJF Anabolic Cookbook, link in description. You get it one time. You get every future recipe that I add on the channel for free. And I promise they're good as long as you make them right and use the right ingredients. You're gonna be fine. If you guys think my editor did a good job, make sure you comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you guys wanna see more reaction videos like this or anything you want to see, comment down below. If I can bring on an editor, I can do more content. I can do more stuff like this. And if you end up making any of my recipes or anything like that and post them on your YouTube channel, there is a possibility that I will react to it and do a video just like this. And then give honest feedback, right? Give honest feedback and we'll see where we're at with that. So I appreciate you guys as always. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see each and every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Man, I'm steamed, bud.